Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick off once again with the pitches, with all those ideas, those passionate ideas from our startups. Are you ready to see some pitches? Yeah? Yeah, yes you are. Okay. Remember, what are they pitching for? Fantastic prizes in third place. The third place startup, they will go home with $2,000. That is a good prize. That is a very good prize. Clap, that is a good prize, yeah. In second place, $3,000, and in first place, the first place startup who wins this competition here over the last 2 days, they go home with a whopping $10,000. $10,000. Okay, right, next stage, you know the drill. I'll just now invite our judges, our jury, the people that will be listening hard and then giving their feedback, what they think, the years of experience. They've seen many pitches, as you have as well, and they'll be able to throw out their opinions, their voice as to what they see. And you can naturally do the same. Remember, Twitter, social media, let us know, let them know what you think. And naturally at home, live streaming, let us know what you think of the pitches here on stage. So, our 4 judges for this third session is Stan Schroder from Mashable, also, we have Stanislav Sirakov. Stanislav Sirakov, if you'd like to come out and join us on stage. We also have a gentleman named Aaron White. Aaron White, if you'd like to join us on stage. And we also have our 4th judge, Qasar Younis. Qasar Younis, are you here? Yes, fantastic. So you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4 mics, fantastic. Okay. You know the drill. How does it work? 3 minutes, up to 3 minutes to pitch your idea. Okay, 3 minutes. They've got 3 minutes to do that. And again, they don't have to use that time allocated. They can do it certainly before that if they wish, if they manage to do so. Also, after that, it will be up to 3 minutes for questions and answers, going a little bit more deeper into the concept, into the idea, and hear more about what makes every startup tick. Okay, are you ready for the first startup? Yes, you are. Here we go. Number 1. Put your hands together for startup number 1, known as Liana. Hands together for Liana.
Hi, hello everybody. It's so good to be here, and I'm so happy to show you a presentation about an app called Liana. My name is Anna, and together with Krešimir Dervar we founded the Liana company. We count to our team 5 iOS and Android developers and 1 designer. So let's see what is actually Liana. Liana is an app that connects expats and travelers who speak the same country all around the world. Users are filtered by the language they speak and the country they come from, and the app works real time and nearby. We launched in January this year. How it works? It works really very simple. It's very easy. You just set up your profile by defining languages you speak and country you come from. Then you can choose among some of your interests, and there you go. You're on the map with other Liana users. You see now split here. You just click on one user and you start a conversation with them. So as you can see, it's really easy to use, but more importantly, it's also very useful. Please let me read a quote from Matej Lončarić, who is an editor of the largest and most visited Croatian news portal. And he said this about Liana. Liana turned out to be the best way to find relevant sources of information. Nepal earthquake, Malaysia airplane crash. My reports came from Liana users as it was the easiest and the fastest way to get to sources. You can see a customer benefit here. You go directly to primary information source, and what you get is instant and reliable information in your mother tongue. Our target market are 250 million expats around the world, and secondarily also over 1 billion travelers. The big question, how do we make money? Today it's free. Tomorrow, when we reach critical number of users, we would introduce monthly subscriptions that would enable users to get detailed profile views, enhanced profile visibility, and advanced people search. At the end, I would like to quote Facebook, what Facebook said about us, as we were accepted to the Facebook FB Start Accelerator program just 2 weeks after we launched in January. And they said, your app was chosen because of its impressive development so far and its potential for continued growth. We are thrilled to be able to work with you. And I'm thrilled to answer to your questions. Thank you very much.
A beautiful app. My first question is for the expats who are using it. How do you describe it to them? What's the first piece of value they get out of it?
Well, maybe to give you an example, Dubai. This is the strongest city we are in now. So the people come for work. They don't know any people besides the ones they work with. So they search, for people near them who share their language or maybe culture, interests, and connect with them.
Got it.
Because they come, they need maybe some legal advice, they are searching for an apartment or just friends.
Okay, so my question is, how do you plan to reach expats? How are you going to let them know that there's a product for them?
Well, the one is for sure online campaigns, mostly Facebook advertising, and the other, which is also very important, is offline. We are really contacting a lot with diplomacy and tourist associations and people who are in these circles, who travel a lot.
These types of geography-based messaging apps always have a density issue. So, do you have any plan on focusing anywhere, or how do you get over this hurdle of if I open up the app, there's basically very few people on it immediately?
Yeah, I understand. So at the moment we have 15,000 users. What we offer to them now are just basically filters and profiles. So we are constantly working on developing our program and also on marketing and engaging our users to use the app.
And are there any clever ways to reach expats other than doing Facebook advertising? Are there existing communities online that you can tap into?
There are online, on the internet there is, for example, Internations or similar organizations or blogs that have a large community of expats, and we are also contacting those too.
The 15,000 people you have, is there one place where most of them are at?
Dubai.
Okay.
Dubai is the first one.
How many of the 15,000 are in Dubai?
Roughly 5,000.
Okay, where are the other 10,000?
All around the world. We are in 160 or 70 countries. There are 40 languages spoken on Liana, so it's really spread all around the world.
Why do you need that broad? Can you just concentrate on a city and make a couple of languages that could build the community in the city?
So far we are in English and in German, but our next step is to make it in 10 or even more languages, because we notice this is what people are asking for.
And how are you going to switch from free to how are you going to monetize practically? What is there? What is the value there for that?
Well, the benefit is once when there are really many users, then when you look at the map, you wouldn't see a tree out of a wood. So you would want to have a better search opportunities. So what we would give you if you pay not a lot of money on monthly subscriptions, you will be able to actually find what you're looking for much faster than just scrolling around the map, zooming in and zooming out.
And that ends our 3 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank
Hands
you.
together for Liana. Okay, cracking on to pitch number 2. Pitch number 2 goes by the name, very simply, Moji. Moji, put your hands together for Moji.
Hi. Hello, everyone. This is so exciting. Let me present you Moji. Let me take you beyond limits of personal coaching. Let me show you how to perform through modern technology. What is Moji? Moji is a personal coaching software solution specialized for personal trainers. What it does, it basically saves their time, and it's already been proven on our 10 clients. Let me tell you a short story of how we started developing Moji. We have Rob McIntyre, who is a famous American personal trainer. He's training Olympic athletes, professional powerlifters, and guess what? He trains John Cena. John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that amazing? John Cena uses it on a daily basis. That motivates us. That drives us. What problems did Rob have? Well, the basic ones was basically time management, client management, workout management. He was losing data, time. It was a huge mess managing those spreadsheets, emails, communication. There was no real-time feedback. With all that input in mind, guess what? We made the perfect solution, Moji. Here it is. It's live. It's in production. It's a mobile app communicating to a web app, and it has live messaging, live notifications in both ways, and it saves time for both client and trainers. The target market is the personal trainer. It's a multi-billion-dollar sports industry. It has over 200K of potential personal trainers. And how do we tend to price that model? Simple. Per month, per trainer, starting at $50 only. Competition? Well, there is some, of course. But nothing to fear about. Why is that? Because Moji is better. It's better. It is really better. It's more intuitive. It's more focused on the training aspect. It's more focused on the personal trainer. Where we are now, we're seeking for funds to invest in our marketing and sales activities, and of course, continue further development. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to be the member of the Moji team. We've been developing it and dreaming for it every single day for the whole last year to bring you the ultimate personal coaching tool, which is changing the way workouts are being done. And guess what? That's not all. In my hand, I'm holding 3 referral cards, which I'm going to throw now at the audience. And what you're going to do is contact personal trainers.
That's actually 3 minutes up. But
and you'll get a free t-shirt for it.
You're going to do it anyway.
Thank you.
I love the disruption. Fantastic.
If I have half the energy that you have for my talk next, I'm going to be so excited. So I actually occasionally use a personal trainer, and he texts me, and he's very disorganized. He's great at what he does, but everything around what he does is very disorganized. Mm-hmm. And would love for him to use something like this. Charging the trainer, have you validated with a number of trainers that they're willing to pay? It seems, the two things that occur to me is a gym might want to use a tool like Moji to help keep their clients sort of better engaged, or if you brought personal trainers new work, of course they would love you, right? You'd bring them clients, you could take a piece of it and do billing, but you're charging the trainer a SaaS subscription. Do you know that works? Are they willing to pay that? My fear would be they'd be too cheap or not understand the value enough to pay Moji.
Okay, thank you for your input. Actually, we were changing the price a lot of times. And first time it was too high. Now I'm hearing that it's too low. But what they have to do is to add plus $5 for each client. So it's just $50 for the trainer, and for each client he has to pay $5 more. If they come in a group, we of course have a group discount. If it's a university or a high school where you have like 30 or more trainers or a lot of students training, then we go for a fixed price. That's how we solve it. It's a really simple model.
And they're willing to pay any price. It's not that you're finding the right price. It's actually
Yes, they're willing to pay. We've done market research. The pay of the personal trainer in the USA goes from $30K to $300K per year. So it's like $100 to $200 per month. What's in it for them? It saves time. It saves them 4 hours daily, and it's been proven.
When you make $50 a month per trainer, how are you gonna like affordably find trainers?
Well, firstly, we're not earning 50 per trainer. It's 50 plus each of its clients. So basically, it's let's say 10 clients more. It's more than 100, for example. Okay. So you're asking how we actually going to sell it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a great question that we're trying also to answer, and that was on that slide that we're looking for investors to invest in this special marketing association that will help us and advise us how to do it actually. For the moment, we're at the zero budget for the marketing, and we're doing Facebook campaigns, Twitter communication, and for now we've been mostly communicating face-to-face with personal trainers, and we've managed to get 7 trainers from America, 1 from Switzerland, and 1 or 2 from Croatia.
And how are they using the solution? Because before going into spending some dollars for marketing, you have to be sure that they're engaged and they're like retained in your product. Have you measured some engagement with the current Danish trainers?
Great, that's a great question. What we're tracking now is just checking the database stuff for when they log in, when they log out, and what's the stat.
What actions are they doing actually?
Yeah,
More interesting.
we're using Google Analytics to track what actions are they doing on the page as a trainer, and we're tracking also the mobile actions with the mobile workout clients.
And what are those?
The standard ones. The most best feature we saw that we didn't know when we started it was the direct messaging feature to communicate an exact exercise or program. So what they do, they link an exercise and they send it as an attachment to their trainer and say, hey, Rob, this exercise was too hard for me. Please make it easier next time.
Can you then move into trainers increasing their revenue through communicating while they're exercising, or what is it?
They save time.
Not just like taking your money out, but also helping them increase the revenue?
They basically save time. So a personal trainer's job is a full-time job. It's like 8 hours a day when they not work out, of course. But what they did at our first client, for example, where we did this whole research, it saved him literally 4 hours. He went from 4 hours to 45 minutes.
And that wraps up. That wraps up, I'm afraid, the 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Moji. We move on. Okay, so pitch number 3. Pitch number 3 is Supra Control. Supra Control. Round of applause for Supra Control. Here we go.
Hello everybody, it was really nice to be here these 3 days. So let's get started. So you see familiar faces on the backboard. So what do these numbers say? They say what happens every 60 seconds. And all this online activity is delivered and done through this little girl. And her name is Data Center. And she is powerful. I mean, basically, without her, we wouldn't be even here today. You couldn't even click a single like button on Facebook. But, just like any other woman in the world, she's expensive. So the security solution up to 40 racks costs as a capital investment $250,000. If you look to your right, this is a Super Control solution on the same stuff. When you go deeper into a single rack solution, that's when you get to see what Super Control really is. So apart every single aspect of the software that we developed and the mobile application that we have online, We have developed the entire hardware, and we are talking about 20 different devices and sensors covering absolutely every segment of the monitoring of the data center. When we talk about the super control as a service, then we are having a start package, as you can see. What we are basically offering is hardware and software with multiple of features offered inside for a price of 250 euros per month. And this, what you see, is covering not one rack, but actually 3 racks, which is great for small enterprises. We started 2012, we achieved 20 happily satisfied customers, and you can see the variety of industry fields that we are covering. But I'd like to go back to the problematics of the data center itself. I mentioned in the earlier part the expensiveness of the girl, but there's also lack of scalability. And this is exactly on that spot what SuperControl really is. Fully scalable hardware and software solution that managed to combine every single segment into one and single solution. Take a look at 2014, for example. $1 billion has been spent on securing the DC. By 2020 it's going to be even higher, $4.5 billion. But take a look at that numbers below. 7% of the entire amount of racks in the world has only been covered. 2017 it's going to be 60%, and voila, that's the niche. We are trying to get 1,000 customers by 2017, 7,000 customers by 2020, 96 million euros revenue by 2020. The founding team has been together for 12 years. They are extremely great together, working perfectly as a team, and the remaining 8 members are highly qualified engineers, developers, having really brilliant ideas on the matter. And to sum it up, the SuperControl really needs an investment push, and with that investment push, we just want to make it a global brand. We have our CEO today with us. He can answer your heavy ulterior questions. But thanks again for the opportunity.
Hi, everyone.
So, is it security or it's monitoring? I got some. Is it security or monitoring? What are you solving?
It's a security hardware software solution that interacts with 5 different fields. One is access control, the other one is environmental monitoring, third one is video surveillance, fourth one is power metering, and fifth one is PLC, simple process automation, all integrated in one solution.
Who are you selling currently?
Sorry?
Who are you selling currently? Is it enterprises for their own data center? Or
large enterprises and different industries like transportation, airports, national transportation agency, that big selling energy companies and things like that. Mainly the data centers and the big large enterprises in multiple locations.
If you're running your own data center, why do you, I mean, you control the building, why would you need security per rack?
Why do you need security per rack? Well, because in data center usually you have multi-tenant platform. In each rack you have maybe 1 or more customers, and then if somebody enters the rack, he can enter all the racks of the other customers.
So the value proposition then from this database company is for their customers to say that we're more secure because we use you?
Yes.
Okay.
Along that you have triple security. You need to have something like RFID card. You need to know something like PIN. And also with each log you have a video clip that you will receive on your mobile like alert.
And are you replacing inferior existing security solutions, or is it's mostly just sort of greenfield? People aren't thinking about it in the same way.
Basically, it's a greenfield because only 7% of the racks at the moment, according to Gartner, is covered now, and by 2070, 60% of all racks will be covered with.
So the customers you sold to then had no solution prior to working with you guys.
Basically, how we started the whole idea, you know, we were in system integration and we were installing the competitor products, and then we saw a few flaws, some big flaws from the customers, lack of support, and then we decided to start development of our own product.
Great.
So you said the company started in 2012, right? So what's changed? What's happening now? Do you just need funding to grow, or do you have some kind of new product upgrade or something?
Yeah, we need to scale up very fast. We ran out on marathon of 42 kilometers, and now we want to run a sprint in the next 12 months. We want to hire 30 more people in the company and really make it globally. We established now a joint venture in Dubai. I've been there 2 months ago covering big customers to show the interest, like big telecoms, Etisalat, MTN, African Telecom, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, RTA, and companies like that.
So you're saying you're getting a lot of business, you just need money to scale?
We need to deliver it up very fast because we want to be very disruptive on the market. Nobody of the competition is offering service model with the hardware, and we want to really scale up it very fast.
All right, thanks.
And that wraps up our 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Super out of control. Okay, we crack on. Number 4, a startup by the name of Proxy 42. Proxy 42.
Hi everyone, I'm Francesco Ferrazzino, I'm a serial entrepreneur and the CEO and founder of Proxy 42. Together with my team we create game as real as life. When I talk to people about augmented reality, they always start thinking to a user experience like the one in the movie of Iron Man, Minority Report, and the Avengers. But unfortunately, in the last year, the expectation has always been dashed, because what they get is this. Unfortunately, all the hardware games and apps in augmented reality are flickering, laggy, and embarrassing to wear. That's why with my team, we created Father.io. We developed the first wearable device especially created for gaming. And the first game of this platform, Father.io, a massive multiplayer first-person shooter played in real life in your city with your friends. Just click the trigger to your smartphone and you will be allowed to hit your enemy and friends up to 50 meters from all the directions. So, what's happened after we launch? In less than 6 months, 250,000 of gamers worldwide joined the beta waitlist of our game with $0 spent in advertising and up to 50% of conversion rate. And the next step is, thank you. Thanks. And the next step is crowdfunding in September on Kickstarter or Indiegogo with a campaign of $50,000. It's as goal. So we hope we do it. So the cool things about Father.io, it is not only about action, it's also about strategy. Together with Alessio Cavatore, former senior game designer of Warhammer 40K, and a closer group of 4,000 gamers, we create the strategic gameplay of Father.io, which is like Clash of Clans, but in real life. And you can play from everywhere, even from your browser and from your mobile, and without buying the hardware. So this is frictionless user acquisition. Our business model is simple. We provide free-to-play games that we monetize with our wearable hardware and consumable in-app purchase, not a pay-per-win company. The market is huge, 1 billion of gamers worldwide for a total addressable market of 86 billion per year. And to execute such bold vision, I really needed a strong team ranging from hardware expert to user experience, game design, full stack developers. And I'm really proud of my guys. So I want to thank you very much for the opportunity of being here in Split. Thank you. We are really looking forward to meet potential investors and key partners that share our vision of games as real as life. Thank you very much.
But this is actually fun because I'm on your wait list, so I'm ready for Father. Fantastic video.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say it was zero marketing costs because I'm sure some really high quality production went into that, but signing up 250,000 interested players is no small feat. The first thing that struck me when I signed up for it too is like this looks potentially fun. I'd love to try it out, but it's hard because you have to wait for the hardware to come out, and that's sort of creating a platform versus working with existing ones is really challenging. What gives you confidence that this was something you wanted to invest in, that you thought you could get your device out there in the hands of gamers?
Well, we built our business model out of social pressure. We don't press in sales to you because I don't know if I have a slide. Can I have a slide, please? Yoo-hoo. No. Okay. In the slide about strategy, we divide. You play Google Ingress. Have you heard of Google Ingress?
No, I haven't.
Okay. There are two factions. The world is divided in zone, and you have to conquer zone and defend your zone. You will have mission without conquering. You can do everything in the game, but you cannot defend your zone or attack enemy's zone without having the hardware. So you or your friends should have the hardware.
Got it. So sorry, So it seems to me, it's very interesting that you have this hardware notion, and it'd be interesting to see. Clearly, it excites people. But if you could really start building that game that doesn't need the hardware piece, see if that grows big, really get your game design building skills really honed and have a player base, then you've earned the right to market a far more difficult hardware product to your sort of most engaged gamers, which I would still think would be difficult. But that would sort of be the ordering. If I were in your shoes, I would consider.
But that is exactly our strategy. First, we do the strategic gameplay. We are coding already it. And then we go Kickstarter. It will take 6 months before having the hardware ready. So meanwhile, we'll test the strategic gameplay.
Okay. Why do you think Ingress failed?
What?
Why do you think Google Ingress failed?
Because can I tell you, it's made by Stanford genius with 150,000 of intellective quotient.
And too smart?
Too smart for too bad. I tried, and I feel stupid that I don't even understand the rules of a game after 3 days. So maybe I'm...
So I used to work on Google Maps, and they were like next to us, and I think at least my understanding is like people just don't want to behave the way that you have in the video. So what makes you think that like that behavior is going to change in the future? Like people will actually run around with their phone?
Well, this depends a lot on the culture of the people. For example, we have seen that there are countries where we can penetrate very easily with a virality level of absolutely crazy, amazing. And there are countries, for example, Russia, I don't know why, because usually they love this kind of stuff, where it's very hard to enter. It's all about culture. In the video I showcase also a QR code, and I discovered that in Singapore you can put the QR code on the city because you get in jail. So it's all about culture. We will try to expand in the country which mostly accept, and pivot our system to a more based on casual play game.
Okay, and that wraps up those 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you, 42. Proxy 42. Okay, moving on now to, it's actually our last pitch of this session, and that is Rentlio. Rentlio. Put your hands together for Rentlio.
Hi everyone. Hi. My name is Marco, and I'm here to present you Rentlio, cloud-based solution for property owners, family-owned property owners. So what's Rentlio? Rentlio is a property management tool that helps you manage your bookings that your property receives. Rentlio is channel management tools, so it means that whenever you receive a booking over, let's say, Airbnb, it automatically shows up in Rentlio and adjusts your availability on all other channels that you are using to sell your property, Booking, Expedia, stuff like that. Rentlio is guest relationship management tool as well. It means that Rentlio remembers the small details about your guests, so you can make their stay in your property more personal, better. Personal experience is what we are thinking about. So what are real life problems that Rentlio is solving? First of all, many family-owned businesses still rely on pen and paper management of their properties. We are pen and paper killers. We are stress killers as well. Why? When you receive a booking over Airbnb, at the same time you receive a booking over Booking.com for the same accommodation unit, it's a very stressful thing. We do that, we remove that problem by our channel management system. At the end, we help people to boost their sales by direct sales, by giving them revenue management, built-in revenue management tool inside application that gives them opportunity to boost their direct sales. And that's a holy grail of every business, I would say. What's Rentlio's competitive advantage? There are many solutions out there, but there is one big difference. Most of them are primarily focused on hotel industry, hotel-focused applications. They are focused on industry professionals. We are focused on a completely different segment, on small family-owned vacation rental businesses. That's why we have built intuitive and understandable application for average common people. By building intuitive application that solves real-life problems, we are giving the tools from industry professionals to common people. What's the market size and business model? Only on Airbnb there are more than 1 million listings out there. In Croatia there are more than 65 registered family-owned businesses that manage more than 150,000 accommodation units. Our business model is based on monthly subscription per accommodation unit, and it's €9 per month. Where are we now? From mid-February we are on the market. Just by word of mouth, in a couple of months we got 500 paid accommodation units. 93% of our active users use Rentlio every single day. Our retention rate is 100%. Whoever starts a paid subscription never quits until now, of course, we'll see. This is the team. This is the team that has proved the ability to deliver a problem-solving product, and product that has paying customers. We have paying customers, and I'm so proud to say that most of our customers are coming from Split. I hope that someone are even out there in the public. Thank you, Split, and thank you, Shift. Yeah.
So our fund is the one who seed funded Airbnb. So we get tons of property management type software, and the issue that we've consistently seen over the years is they can always dominate a market, but have a hard time going beyond Split or Milan or wherever. How do you solve that problem?
I know there are hundreds of solutions out there, but most of those solutions are focused on numbers, not on personal experience.
So let's say there's one that's just like yours in Milan. Let's just say.
There is one like ours. Then I will put it on another side. Our usability of our software, user friendliness of our software is much way better than all those that we due diligence in the process of looking about our competitors. Beside that, the technical story behind the whole app is made much more faster than all those softwares that we tried. So there are a couple of things which we try to. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I really like that.
Let me just make sure that I understand this correctly. So, your software automatically pulls data from Booking.com and Airbnb and knows you don't have to do that manually, right?
That's right. And whenever you receive a booking, it automatically adjusts availability on other channels as well. If you want to change the price of your accommodation unit, you do that from Rentlio, and it goes all around. One important thing is that I can get back to the first question. We don't focus on complicated stuff like restrictions, different promotion plans. These are all things that clutter the user experience on those other apps that we have tried. We want to do one thing, simple thing, that is understandable by common people, by average property owner, and that's it.
How do you get to lots of property owners beyond just, so, the reason that some of the large sites go to hotels is because they're easy to sell to. So how do you sell to somebody in China or somebody in India?
We are still focused on Croatia. Why? We just want to prove the product market fit. Croatia is one of the best emerging tourism markets.
How do you find your Croatian property managers?
Here, like you see, I'm now pitching my customers as well.
Smart.
But the thing is that really it's unbelievable. But our strongest channel is currently word of mouth. Here in Split, we have more than 10 properties around National Theatre that started to use Rentlio by hearing from their neighbor that they are using. I'm intentionally want to put the app and the business model on a hard test. I don't want to do aggressive marketing right now, just to see do our software solves a real-time problem for which people are paying. And that's proved now, and we are ready to scale. That's why I'm here today. Yeah.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, there we are, Rentlio. So there we have it. There we have it. Different pitches, different startups there. Have we already found the winner in this session? Did we find the winners, should I say, in yesterday's sessions? We'll have another session a little bit later on, and after that we'll then put them all together and see which ones actually